positionally, comparatively, look at this Arsenal squad. Do they have the best players?
Don't they?
They have some of the best. They have some of the best players.
Which part?
Goalkeeping department. They have David Raya.
He's one of the one.
Last season,
he was one of the best goalkeepers.
He was one of the best goalkeeper, not the best goalkeeper. You are getting.
But do they need to have the best goalkeeper?
Of course, you need. See. It is imperative.
City have the best goalkeeper. Wait.
City had the best goalkeeper.
It's contradicting itself. You know that.
City had the best goalkeeper. Ederson was the best goalkeeper.
Come on. We had Alisson.
Ederson had the best midfielder. City had the best midfielders. Arteta doesn't have the growth. Arteta doesn't have the technical know-how. Arteta doesn't have the tools and the skill set to win the EPL. Arsenal is the only team who have led the log from beginning through the midpoint and then still were not able to win the league.
So it's not the biggest contributing factor, or it has to do with quality. Which one?
And they don't also have the mentality.
And in all those fields, you think City have got better than they do Arsenal have?
Even in the worst moment of City's play this season, everybody can attest to the fact that this season has been the worst.
Do Arsenal win the league?
No.
Do Arsenal win the league?
They can. I can't give a yes.
I don't know why I'm not able to go direct.
No, put it to him. Do they win the league? Yes or no?
It's a yes or no answer I want. Do Arsenal win the league? Shocking results in the English Premier League, and that sets up an interesting end to the 2025-26 Premier League season. Guess what happened at the Molineux earlier on? It was Wolverhampton Wanderers, the embattled Wolverhampton Wanderers, that managed to hold league leaders Arsenal to a 2-2 draw after Arsenal had taken a 2-0 lead. And now, most of the Premier League followers are saying that, serial bottlers would always be Arsenal. Do you think Arsenal are serial bottlers heading into another thrilling weekend of Premier League action? Arsenal will be travelling all the way to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to face Tottenham in the North London derby. Do they drop points again? And how would they react to that slam after dropping 2 valuable points at the Molineux? But then to the Hill Dickinson Stadium, if I should put it, Everton will be hosting Manchester United. Now, Manchester United under Michael Carrick themselves are flying high until they visited the Olympic Stadium. They took on West Ham United and they dropped points. But then they still showed some character in that game. So that definitely should be a tough one. But then to the other half of Manchester, where Manchester City would also be taking on Newcastle United. Mind you, Newcastle United are going into that game at the back of a 6-1 thumping win against Karabakh in the UEFA Champions League in midweek. Interesting games. But then most importantly, it's the title race. Do you think Arsenal are going to bottle this? And that's the question I'm starting with. Arsenal, perennial bottlers of the Premier League. I start with Courage. Are they bottlers, Courage?
Evidently, I'll say yes, because that's what we've seen.
Courage, are they bottlers?
Yes, bold yes.
Amos, Arsenal, bottlers.
Yes, let me put this yes.
I think I'm only first. Arsenal, bottlers.
No, when you say bottlers, what does it mean?
Are they bottling the league? Have they bottled them? We've seen them in the last couple of seasons. They bottled the league at crucial moments. Are they bottlers?
Which type of
cereal? Coke, but are they bottlers?
Which type of?
I know he will definitely be the
plastic
one.
Are they bottlers?
You are bearing our time.
Are they bottlers?
No.
They are not bottlers.
No.
Why are they not bottlers?
Because they haven't got the quality.
But they are first. So without quality, how are you first?
You know, when you say bottlers, okay, you are looking at a team that have got so much quality, and then they let it slip.
That's not true.
Don't have quality.
No.
Arsenal don't have quality.
What makes you think so?
Arsenal do not have the quality.
Wait, let him explain. I think maybe
quality doesn't come in when we are asking if they are bottlers or not.
You see,
are they bottlers?
They are not.
How does it bounce down to quality? Having quality or not?
Let's ask this question.
Yeah.
Would it be surprising that Arsenal would end up not winning the league title this year?
I would not. I will not be surprised.
I will not be surprised. For this particular season, Arsenal have lots of players at their disposal. If Victor Gyökeres is not around, there is Gabriel Jesus. when you look at all the from goalkeeping department to the striking department, they have backups, and so I don't see any reason why Arsenal should slip points. And if they should slip, if they slip points, it's just going to be a very, very big disaster. And I think at that moment, Arteta should go.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm not an Arsenal fan.
Let me ask you this. What's wrong with Arsenal?
What's wrong with Arsenal? Inconsistency.
Inconsistency.
Yes.
What makes them inconsistent at this point?
Because they lack.
I mean,
he doesn't want to say the truth. You can't lack of quality.
You can't
lack of quality.
You can't lose against Wolves.
Lack of mentality
against Wolves and then be winning against the likes of Manchester United.
Let me come to Force. I don't understand when Force says it's lack of quality. Honestly,
lack of quality.
No. At this point, there's no team in the league that can boast of quality than Arsenal.
No, wait. So you should explain what the quality he wants. What kind of quality?
What quality? You see,
begin with the standard of the
let's look at the metrics. Do you understand? When Chelsea were winning the league, we had a top goal scorers in that
different
team.
era, isn't it?
Please.
Yes, you just allow me.
When Chelsea were winning the league, they had the best manager at their disposal. When United were winning the league, they had the best strikers in their fold. When Man City were winning the league, they had practically the best players in their fold. Do you understand me? Positionally, comparatively. Look at this Arsenal squad. Do they have the best players?
Don't they?
They have some of the best. They have some of the best players.
Which part?
Goalkeeping department. They have David Raya.
He's one of the one. Last season, he was one of the best goalkeepers.
He was one of the best goalkeepers, not the best goalkeeper.
He was the best goalkeeper.
He won alongside. He was one of the best goalkeepers. He was not the best goalkeeper.
Last season,
Golden Globes. Last season, along with Sales.
You said he was one of them.
Yes,
so based on that achievement, he can still affirm that he is one of the best goalkeepers.
Number one for the Spanish national team. He won the Euros with the Spanish national team.
Yes. No, you see, you are getting.
But do they need to have the best goalkeeper?
Of course, you need. See. It is imperative.
Do City have the best goalkeeper? Wait.
City had the best goalkeeper.
It's contradicting itself. We know that.
City had the best goalkeeper. Ederson was the best goalkeeper.
Come on. We had Alisson.
Ederson had the best midfielder. City had the best midfielders. City had the best strikers, the best striker in the league.
Ederson. We had Hurricane in the league.
Was Ederson the
best striker in the league?
Wait. Was Ederson? Listen. Was Ederson even part of during the FIFA Awards? Where was he?
They're limiting us into the English Premier League. He wasn't even winning the Golden Globes.
No. He was trying to make a point, and I'm trying to ask a question. He said you need best goalkeeper. I mean, for Ederson.
I am not saying you need the best goalkeeper. I said you need some of the best players on your team.
One of the best.
Yes, Raya is also one of the best.
One off, not the best. So we agree. One off, not the best.
There is no way you can have one best player. Even Cristiano Ronaldo.
The quality in Arsenal's team is lacking. Just accept the fact. Because if you have quality, your quality will get you over the line. Your quality, you see, in the most difficult aspect of games, do you understand? That is where your quality must come to the fore. That is where your mentality must come to the fore. Look at the game against Brentford. Look at the game against Wolves today. You understand? The worst performance on the Premier League table plays against Arsenal and they get a draw. They go to Brentford and they get a draw. A match that they should have lost. I get to the point. If you have quality, this is a match. Quality gets you wins when you should have gotten a draw. Quality gets you draws where you should have gotten a loss.
Has that not got to do with the coach's tactical ingenuity?
Tactical what?
No. So
let's not even go to the coaching aspect. I don't even want to go to the.
We should talk about the coach.
See, Arteta doesn't have the growth. Arteta doesn't have the technical know-how. Arteta doesn't have the tools and the skill set to win the EPL. Because if you look at the past couple of years, right, where he had led the log. Because remember, Arteta is the only coach. Arsenal is the only team who have led the log from beginning through the midpoint and then still were not able to win the league.
So it's not the
only
biggest
team.
contributing factor, or it has to do with quality. Which one? Is it coach?
I am giving you different factors. They don't have quality in the playing squad. They don't have quality in the managerial, in the technical aspect, and then they don't have the mentality, and they don't also have the mentality.
And in all those fields, you think
Yes.
City have got better than they do Arsenal have?
Even in the worst moment of City's play this season, everybody can attest to the fact that this season has been the worst, or one of the
They are more
worst.
quality than Arsenal.
I'm coming. This season attests to the fact that Man City are in one of their worst shapes.
Do they have quality more?
I am saying that this season
So
is one of the worst
Have
shapes.
they more?
No,
Do they have more quality?
I am putting the answer in the context.
No,
You
and
understand?
I'm asking you. Talk about
I am saying that
Do City have quality
because of the
than
lack of quality that they've got, because of the lack of
So
quality.
do they have quality more
I am
than
saying
Arsenal?
that
It's a simple
because of the lack of quality that Man City has got,
Do they have
that
more
is
than
why they are
Arsenal? Do they have more
not.
quality?
That is why they are not leading the.
Do they have
the
more
league.
quality than Arsenal?
Now they've got quality, a bit of quality.
So why are they not at the top of the
And
Premier
because
League?
of the mentality that they have started winning games.
So do they
and
have-
the pressure is telling.
so
The
why-
pressure is telling.
So
to
do
the
they
extent-
have?
you see, it is the pressure with which Man City is chasing us now. that
So,
they are dropping.
I was even asking. So why is Manchester City not on top of the
Amos,
Premier League
what do you
table?
think is the problem?
I am saying that when Man City got quality, do you understand? They will always win the league. This season they haven't got quality.
So comparatively,
So you think-
comparatively,
So you see the inclusion of Semenyo and Maguire still doesn't make them
So that was the upgrade. Do you understand? Because City Pep realized that they didn't have the quality. Do you understand? To go for the league. So what do? We augment the squad, and that's what they've been able to do. And you can see a jump in quality compared to the first half of the season to now. Do you understand me?
Amos, you're looking at Arsenal. They've dropped points in back-to-back games at very, very difficult grounds. Yeah, G-Tech is always a difficult ground. But Molineux against an already or relegation-bound Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Already relegated. Relegation bound where?
I think it's unpardonable if you're an Arsenal fan. There's no way you'd accept it.
I mean, it's totally unacceptable. I mean, why should you be picking up maximum points against the big teams? A team like Wolves, I mean, no disrespect to Wolves. I mean,
You have to disrespect Wolves.
No.
They are last.
At this moment, yes, they are last. But you look at the quality. Look at the quality. I mean, look at the quality that they have in the Premier League. That should tell you that yes, they are trying to fight. They want to fight for their life to make sure that they get out of the relegation.
No, I don't think they'll be able to give out.
No, I'm not
They are
saying
already
this is what they are trying. That's what they are
That's what
trying.
they
I
are
mean, mentally, they want to make it.
Maybe
the
some
possible
individual
best.
players wants to build out.
Is it?
Yeah, definitely that one would definitely
Yes,
come.
but some individual players
Some
wants to
individual
see
players want to.
Is it?
Yes, and
Is
as a
it soft
team,
mentality on the part of Wolves,
tough mentality.
or it was weak mentality on the part of Arsenal?
I think maybe Arsenal probably underrated Wolves from the
yes,
beginning.
I'll say that.
Because I've never in Arsenal setup have I ever seen two left wingers begin a match. I understand that coaches do vary formations. Saka and then Madueke started the game. I didn't get it. So I think when we were watching, first came in, I was like, how come Saka and Madueke are starting? And so I was explaining to him, he was playing Saka as number 10. In a role we've not seen Saka. I don't think I've never ever seen Saka play at the number 10 role before.
Never.
It's always been the wing side. So he started Madueke and then also started Saka as well. So there's something that means that he has still not been able to spot a perfect shape or formation for this Arsenal team. He keeps on rotating players. Today he started with Gyökeres and then later brought in Gabriel Jesus. Trossard came on for Martinelli and then Handicap started the game, and a game that Calafiori eventually came to score an own goal. You think so? Like he's still not found the right rhythm or the right first 11, the best fit team for this Arsenal team. Now these are all inconsistencies that contributes to failure. If a team doesn't have a first 11, meaning they are gambling. If a team doesn't have if a team is vying for a title but they don't have any marksman, Arsenal let us not lie to ourselves. They have one of the best wingers in the league in the person of Saka. But what has been his numbers so far this season or the past season? Saka is now on 5 goals. 5 goals don't win you. He doesn't win you trophies.
Yeah, he has been poor this season.
If you are vying for a trophy, you need to have a maximum, a top goal scorer. But then if you check the Premier League statistics, top 10 goal scorers, you never find Arsenal's player in there. Their best player so far this season has been the English national Declan Rice. Come on. They say defense wins you titles and then attack wins you matches or some. But if your players are not banging in goals, you have Kai Havertz.
Let me go with this simple question, and I want a yes or no answer. Do Arsenal win the league?
No.
Do Arsenal win the league?
They can. I can't give a yes.
I don't know why I'm not able to go direct.
No, put it to him. Do they win the league? Yes or no?
There's a yes or no answer I want. Do Arsenal win the league?
I can't. Please.
Yes or no?
Get this guy off my set.
So yes. Let me put it as a yes. I'll put it as a yes.
Arsenal wins the league.
I don't want to say.
So wait. No. Let's not just put it that way and then leave. Just ask. You were justifying the reason why Arsenal are not going to win the league just a few minutes ago.
Arsenal is going to win the league, not because they've got quality. Do you understand me? Arsenal is going to win the league because the chasing pack are also having problems. Man City a while ago, a couple of seasons ago, can string 15 matches unbeaten.
When was the last time Manchester City lost a game in the Premiership?
I'm saying that. All the leagues that Man City had won, where they were the chasing pack, where Arsenal were leading, Man City could get to a groove where they put 10 matches on the bounce, winning all of them, 15, winning all of them, back to back. This season, they are not finding that groove. Do you understand? So the impetus for Arsenal to be dropping points is the fact that the chasing pack will also be dropping points. You get a point.
The points gap from the beginning of season was 9.
That's what I'm saying. If Man City had that quality, Man City would have overtaken Arsenal a long time ago.
This is not the first time that league table. I mean, the
points. But it came to 1. When the points gap kept dropping.
Now, Arsenal move. They travel to. They don't really travel. They just check to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to take on Tottenham Hotspur. Let me take your thoughts on that. Is that the point we see? Is that the point we see Arsenal drop points again? Because
I don't expect Arsenal to drop points in this particular. I mean, even
Tottenham have got a new manager. Yes. He got through though.
You know what funny thing about the Premiership?
No.
So if a team gets rid of a coach, the next coach that comes, it's like magic.
He needs to find rhythm, and that will be a very, very difficult one at this moment against Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal will definitely not want to drop points in this.
But have you seen the position of Newcastle?
So
Tottenham
have not, but they've been poor. Let's put it at a fact. They've been poor this season. Yes, they are doing well in the Champions League. But then, if you want to play Champions League next season, is a Premier League table that is going to qualify you. And so, if you are not performing
exclusively, if they're able to win the Champions League, it also guarantees them next season.
It doesn't matter. You can't. It's not factual. You can't. And there is no way. Tottenham Hotspur have a chance of winning the Champions League.
No. Every team in this particular stage has a chance.
Everybody has a chance, and at the same time, they also don't have a chance.
Not everybody has a chance.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you want to play Champions League next season, be in the top 4. I think now it's not even top 5.
Let's look at the table now. And in the event Arsenal should drop points, you think that's a point where City will grow in momentum and in confidence, looking at how they are seeing their rivals, just mess up at the top of the table.
That you see, if it were a couple of seasons ago, I can vouch for Arsenal not winning the league, and Man City winning the league. Do you understand? But the problem with Man City this season is that they win a couple of matches and they drop points. That is what is aiding Arsenal when they drop points. Do you understand me? So, what would aid Man City in winning the league, right? What would aid Man City in winning the league is when they beat Newcastle and keep the momentum.
Something they've done over and over this season.
That is why
already.
I am saying that. Because you see, you would have to juxtapose what happens to City to what happens to Arsenal. I get to the point. When Arsenal gets 3 points in the in the London derby against Tottenham, it boosts their morale. I get to the point. Because that is a match that, and you see, should they lose that match, the players will start questioning themselves.
Yes, definitely.
But then first off, even before that game, Manchester City has a game at hand. So if Manchester City wins their next game, the point gap becomes only one. Or
Yes.
come on,
No, the point gap. No,
they are bottling. They are bottling.
It's 5 now.
5. So it becomes
It's 5 now.
It becomes
You see,
2.
the problem. No. The problem you have is that the position can interchange.
Anytime.
Do you understand me?
I mean, there are still more games.
There are still more. The
There are still
position.
more games. If there were fewer games to play, that would
That you can say.
That would rather
But you see-
favor Arsenal. But now that's
see,
just a
yeah,
marathon.
you see,
Manchester City at this
You
moment.
see, courage. I'm telling you for a fact, Man City cannot string 10 matches unbeaten this season. Man City cannot string 7-8 matches unbeaten this season. That has been their bane, and that is the lucky mojo for Arsenal. I get to the point. You see, what Arsenal have to understand and do is that they will lose points one way or the other. Man City will lose points one way or the other. They should forget about Aston Villa. Whatever Aston Villa gets, whether Aston Villa wins 4 or 5 matches on the road, they should forget what is going to happen to Aston Villa.
I mean,
They should-
I don't even see Aston Villa. I don't even count
yes.
Aston Villa.
So their concern should be with Man City.
The Man City
You
should be
understand?
their
And
main problem.
sometimes you have to pray that results go your way. I get to the point, and then you do the job. And the most important job for Arsenal right now is for them to forget their shambolic performance today, and then concentrate
It's
on
a
the job.
psyche.
No, that is what I am saying. You see,
You need
sometimes you lose points.
Yes.
It happens. Do you understand? In title run-ins, it happens. We have seen title run-ins where teams win by 1 point, where teams win by
Goal
goals.
difference.
Any goals?
But
Yeah.
it's about the mentality. Can they forget their performance today against Wolves? Because you see, for Wolves to have nicked a point off them, because everybody expected them to beat Wolves by maybe 3-4 goals. Do you understand? So
But it didn't
would they be able to forget the fact that they were poor and then concentrate on the game against Tottenham? That is the question that I am not in a position to answer for them. They will have to answer.
Let's look
come
at
the
Manchester City. On the flip side, they will also be hosting Newcastle. And I don't think, based on the form this season, based on the results this season, it looks like they've always toppled Newcastle United. And it should be a win for them.
It's a deja vu. Something they've done over and over. This same season they've met 3 times. Yes, already. All be in favor of
has
Manchester
won.
City. So I don't think it's anything they should struggle about. But then one thing on the flip side, one thing on the flip side is also that when in this Premiership or in Premiership, if you narrate any team, you narrate them at your own peril. You see, they've gone all the way to Karabakh. Where is Karabakh? I think Azerbaijan to pick up like massive win.
Where you sent your player and chop the money alone.
They've gone all the way to Azerbaijan to pick
Answer that. I mean, you sent your player there and chop the money.
another discussion.
Yeah.
You see, so coming back into the Premiership, they are not doing too well because per their own standards for the past 3 seasons, they've been in a top 6, top 5 conversation. But then this time around, they're somewhere around 10, 11. So they themselves, they are fighting for European spots next season.
They are not even looking at Champions League. The most important thing is
Europa
Europe.
League, yes.
And the most important thing is
It's
Europe.
Europe,
Stay
yes.
in Europe.
So they are wounded lions coming, and then Charlie, this is going to be a very, very tough one.
But
Because
you
City
see-
needs the points,
you see
and then
City
Newcastle also needs the points.
City winning this one.
City looking at the Premiership title right now. It looks like the title is at. It's there for a taking because Arsenal don't look like a team that has been flawless this while. So Pep Guardiola,
City should win it.
one thing too is that Pep Guardiola, I don't foresee him staying more than a season after this particular season.
You think
So he needs to leave a legacy that will be very, very difficult for other managers.
Last season.
Charlie, City will chop the thing.
Amos, let me end with you. Manchester United, they have with them the manager who won the manager of the month for January, Michael Carrick. 4 wins, 1 draw, and he's still unbeaten as a manager of Manchester United in 2 stints. He's still unbeaten. Now they travel to Everton, a game where United lost in the first round, the reverse fixture, and that certain bizarre circumstances. After a player was shown a red card for Everton, and he still went on to win it.
One of the most useless coaches.
Just be all. You think this should be another win for Michael Carrick and Manchester United.
Definitely. I mean, this one ever since Amorim left, you've seen the free flow. I mean, you've seen how Manchester United players are able to operate naturally in their positions. Back then, when Amorim was playing the 3-back and then playing the left back and the wing, I mean, that is not Manchester United. We've never seen, ever since Manchester United came into existence, you've never seen them play this kind of game. I mean, this is England.
Football has evolved.
I mean, no.
Come on.
England doesn't play that kind of system.
Chelsea played 3-back and they still went ahead to win.
United is bigger than Amorim. I mean, let's put it to the fact. United is bigger than Amorim. I mean, you can't just come in and change a class philosophy all of a sudden like that. It's in a process. If you want to do something, it takes time. You have to look at Thomas Frank when he came to Brentford. Look at the number of years they gave him.
And they gave him a bigger team than he
Yes, look, you see, you can change it though, but the question is,
the personnel.
So that is where you ask yourself, if it is not working, what do you think has been done?
Because
he refused to listen. He felt this is what I want to
listen
do.
to who?
He refused to listen to the fact that things were not going well.
Let me add to what you've said. When Conte came to Chelsea, he went with the lay down formation, the 4-3-3.
3-4-3.
No, 4-3-3.
Okay, lay down formation.
That was the formation
okay,
he came to meet.
Yeah.
And within his first 2-3 matches, things were not going well.
Switched.
So he switched.
Yeah.
And he worked. But you see, the greatest mistake Amorim committed, or the I don't want to use biblical allusion. The greatest mistake he did commit was benching what's the name? That boy, what's his name? Kobe Menu.
Yes.
And then using Bruno Fernandes as a deep line what's the name? Playmaker. No. You see, there's a difference between Bruno Fernandes and Andre Pirlo and Kobe Menu. Do you understand me? Kobe Menu's vision in that defensive role, in a double pivot, is sharper than Bruno Fernandes's. Bruno Fernandes is a better driver of the ball. Do you understand? Especially in narrow spaces. So if you watch him carefully, his understanding of sporting spaces was limited under Amorim. Because for him to drive the ball from deep, by the time he gets to the number 10 position,
exhausted,
and the spaces have been closed. But look at what is happening right now. Kobe Menu does the job, releases the ball to Fernandes, and then he releases the ball to the attackers. It's as simple as that. Common sense.
And here's the case: you had defenders who were playing as wingers. I mean, what were they doing there? United, as I said, United doesn't play that kind of system where you see defenders playing as wingers. At that moment, and then you sell your wingers. You sell all your wingers.
Should we expect any major shakeups as far as the log is concerned?
I expect United to win. I expect Arsenal to win. I expect City to win. Aston Villa is a big doubt for me.
I expect Chelsea to win.
I expect Chelsea to climb above Manchester United this particular week.
No, because Chelsea will beat Burnley like 5.
Yes, and then Man United will draw.
Okay, let's see how it. But definitely, after match week ends,
Goodison Park, right?
It's match day 27 in the English Premier League, and my pundits have spoken. Yeah, I don't know, they trust their words, their instincts, but we live to see if actually these predictions will be prophecies later after the match week ends. Thanks so much, gentlemen. Amos, Force, and then also Kai. Don't forget, you can subscribe to the channel, but then it's a preview to the weekend. So let's also hear from you. Which teams do you think will get wins? Which teams you think will end up dropping points? And then the biggest question we are posing to you: do you think Arsenal are real bottlers? That's a question.